Hi everyone, it's Bethany. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna play with a stamp set that I bought at least a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I've had this in my little stamp collection for springtime, and every spring it goes by and I just forget to use it, but I adore it. And I wanna create something super fun here. So let's go ahead and get creative with this. I have the stamps plus the coordinating dies, and I'll link everything that I used to bring this card together. But let's just have fun and see where this card takes us. I definitely wanna do some simple coloring with some Copic markers. Okay, before I decide what I want to stamp out, I just want to get an idea for what I have in dies. And it looks like all of the big images have dies and the little sentiments don't, but that doesn't bother me because usually I put those right on the card base anyway. So I think I'm going to do this little tulip set here, and then obviously the window. That is an easy yes for me. So let's go ahead and stamp both of those out. Okay, let me know how spring is going in your area. Do you have spring weather? Is it warm where you are? The other day it started out so beautiful. And then by the end of the day we had rain, and then we had hail. And then the next morning we woke up with snow on the ground. So that's how my spring is going. It is very confused, very confused. Okay, so I have my little window, and I'm just placing these anywhere on my panel because I will cut these out and then have fun with these on the card. Okay, so let's place those there. I will, as I mentioned earlier, be using Copics, and they are an alcohol marker. So knowing that, I'm going to make sure that I use an ink to stamp these out that plays well with alcohol markers. And for me, that is the Memento Tuxedo Black. Okay, so let's just go ahead and stamp these down. In fact, do I have enough room with that bar there? Okay, make sure that gives enough room for my window to go down. Okay, I'm so thrilled to finally be, oops, I think I touched that with my finger. I stamped part of that on my finger. I'm so thrilled to finally be using this stamp set. In fact, it's a goal of mine in 2024. I feel like when I started making cards, I got really quick to add to cart. And I have quite a collection of things that I haven't used. So it's my goal to work through that collection in this year and just re-fall in love with some of the things that I have purchased and I don't want to say forgot about, but maybe got distracted from. So if I fell in love with it once, then I know I love it. So I just need to create some time to play with it. Okay, that looks great. Now what I'm going to do is take a moment and decide, oh, that's pretty, what I want to do in terms of color. So I also think, let me pull another little collection of cardstock that I have. I also have this color blend pastel cardstock assortment that again fell in love with and have not used yet. But I'm thinking this first one just screams spring to me. Aren't they pretty? So no promises that I'll use it, but it instantly came to mind when I was looking at this card, especially looking at the little window part. It looks like what you would see when you look outside or when you look out your window. And I'm going to just use my little hex chart to decide what colors I want to use. I kind of just keep that right in front of me so that I can decide what colors I want to pull. And I think to start, I'm going to do E31 and E34 for my, I'm going to do that for, oh, over here. I'm going to do that for my little planter. So I'll start with the E31. No, let's start with the E34, and I'm going to bring some color right along the left. And I am a paper rotator when I color, so I'm just gonna see it go all over the place here. I'm gonna do something like that, and then also along this bottom little lip here. Something like that, okay. And then again, E31, I'll try to be better about my caps. Professional colorer I am not, but I'll try to be better about that. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of create a mid-tone and pull out that E34 with this E31. Do a little bit of blending there. Same up here. And I'm really not perfect at it, but I just have fun with it. Okay, so I like how that looks, and then for the rest of this, I'm just going to do a single layer of this second color. Okay, and just kind of keep blending, and I like that. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I like how that looks. And let's go ahead and do, we'll do G21, and I think I'll just do one color. Should I do both? Let's see, I also have G20 for the leaves. I don't know, I kind of like, let me see. Just kind of play around with these and see what I like. No, I don't want to do, when I do the green, I usually do, actually that's not bad. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So I'm gonna start at the base of my flowers, and honestly, I'll just add that all the way at the bottom. There we go. Just like that, okay? That looks good. And again, that was, sorry, G21, and then with the G20, I will come through and just kind of start blending that out and go kind of light at the top. And I can kind of go back and forth here where I see fit. So I'll add a little bit more here, just of the dark, maybe in here. Okay. And there we go. And I feel like on some of these stems, I kind of want to just do this G21. Okay. There we go. And then the leaves all have a little bit of the mix. And then you can just continue layering the color until you like how that looks. I actually think that that looks pretty good. I add a little bit more color to the top of that one, but not bad. Okay, so I think for my flowers, I'm going to keep it at the warm side of the rainbow. So for my first one, I'm going to do R21 and R11. We'll do that for the pink. Yeah, let's do R21 and let's do the pink. We'll do the pink here. I'm going to add that darker of the two, so the R21. Add that to the base of 3 of them. And let's do this. Okay, and then with my R11, I'll go and blend that out. I might need to come back in, and I think I do, with the R21 and darken that up. These are pretty similar colors, so I might, yeah, let's darken that up just a little bit at the base. Just like that. There we go. Pretty. Okay, so we'll do that. Sorry if it was shifting over. And then for orange, I'm gonna do YR02 and YR00. So we'll do those. Maybe I'll do one here and here. Okay. And then the YR01 00. And I'll be sure to link all the colors that I use. I do a good job at remembering to do that in the description box. I feel like I'm really bad about that with my cardstock, but with my Copics, I feel like I remember to do that much more successfully. So just head on down there if you want to see these colors. Okay, and then again, I'll do, well, should I do a yellow or, no, I feel like I don't really have a good yellow. Let's try a turquoise. So maybe BG10 and BG11. So we'll do BG11 for the little base. Oh yeah, that'll be pretty. BG11 for the base. Oh, I'm really happy about that actually. That brings, I feel like it really makes it more well-rounded. And then BG10 for the rest. And I'll come back in with that first color just because these two colors are so similar. And I will deepen that first color at the base. That way we have a little bit more variation. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do for the flowers. And I can't decide. I honestly think I might leave the window frame just like that because it reminds me of the modern farmhouse look that is kind of on trend right now. You could do it all black, but I'm kind of liking just the outline like that. I'm gonna cut it out and get it layered to see if I like that, and then we can make a decision. So let me get all of these markers put away, and then I'll go ahead and get these trimmed out. All right, so actually, these can kind of just, sometimes I don't think I need these little snips here, and I need this one down here. Oh, maybe I might need that one for this one. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so I am loving how the coloring turned out. I'm not a big color, well, I love to do it, but I'm still majorly in the practice mode. But I'm proud of that. I think that looks good. Okay, so let's tape these down and I will cut these out with my die cut machine. Okay, so there is my paper with the dies, and let's go ahead and just trim those right on out. Okay. Oh my goodness, my computer shut off and I looked up and I actually lost about 10 minutes of footage, so let me catch you up. What we have here is we have our card base. It's an A2 size and it's a top folding card. And I also have a panel that's trimmed to 3 3/4 by 5. I'm so sad that you're missing the real-time creation of this, but sometimes technology happens and we just can't help it. So I also went ahead and I grabbed my stamps and I stamped my sentiment right onto the pot. And instead of using that color for the entire panel, I'm using a white panel, and I used this pretty cardstock, and I went ahead and just trimmed so that it was taking just like a sky look out of this window. So sorry. Please be kind to me. Sometimes things happen, but I'm catching up. We really didn't miss too much. And if I say 10 minutes, it's probably because I work really slow. So that's where we're at. So everything will be linked down below. But again, I just grabbed that stamp, stamped it right on there instead of the card base. And that's pretty much it. Okay, I have foam tape behind my panel. Again, the panel is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise these up as well with some foam tape. Okay, so let's grab some scissors here. This is taking on such a clean and simple look. I just would have it no other way. And I think we'll do something like that. All right. Now, I think it might have cut out. I really like the look of the window just being in the outline, but you could color that any way you wish. But I really am loving how that visually looks for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and add just a little bit of foam tape to the bottom there. And then I'll add liquid glue everywhere else. I say it all the time, but I love the back side of a little die cut that has alcohol marker on it. I feel like it looks like watercolor. And someday what I should do is just do the back sides and make a card out of that. I think it's so pretty. It's just effortless watercoloring. At least that's what it looks like to me. Okay, let's put this just about, let's see. There. And let that set. I'm going to grab my little stamp block and just let that set for a moment, just like that. Okay, I'm wondering if I should do these nice gold discs. I'm gonna see if I like that. If not, I'll pull some other sequins. But let's see what we can do here. Okay, so if I did something like, actually, I think I'll bring that out. 1, 2, and then maybe a little trio up here where we hide one a little bit, and then do 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. How are we liking that? I think that's pretty. I might do it. Okay, let's go ahead and place those right on down on the card. Okay, and I'm going to bring that just a little bit out, just so it isn't too hidden. Okay, and oh, my hands are shaky. It might be time for a snack. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's pretty cute. So let's turn this all the way around and add my little signature stamp to the back. Just use some black ink. And there we go. All right, there is that final card. I think that looks so simple, but I love the pop of color. And I'm really proud of the coloring on this one. Let me know if you enjoy coloring with alcohol markers. I am finding my groove with it, and finding my groove also with the color combinations that I use. And I find the more that I practice, then the more comfortable I'm getting with it. But it's definitely taken a lot of practice. Please let me know if you enjoyed watching this. And also, again, I'm so sorry that some of my footage wasn't available during this card build. Things happen, but I always hate when it does happen like that. So hopefully you still were inspired by this video. I can't wait to continue crafting with you in the next video, and I thank you so much for watching.